What's going on, guys? My name is Eric Vedo. I am with Entertainment Group, and we are here at Kinetic's warehouse in Burbank, California for the Kinetic Thursday Night Lights vendor showcase. So yeah, let's see what they have to offer. All right, and I'm here with Daniel from TMB. Daniel, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you guys?
Awesome. Yeah, and he's gonna show us what they brought here today. So Daniel, take it away.
Yeah, awesome. So we could pretty much start on this end here. So we can start here. So this is our optic splitter 2x8. If you look around, it's we have our optic splitter here. We offer a lot of configurations. So we have our 2x10 here. So these two are the same. Cool thing about these is if you have any RDM fixtures, these are RDM discoverable. The functionality is through here. Let's say if you don't want to use RDM, you might run into some fixtures that don't really behave that well with RDM. Yeah. You can go ahead and turn that off if you'd like. You have that really cool feature. You also have, let's put it here, our GBS. So as you can see here, we have a variety of different products as far as our gigabit switches and our optic splitters, and we have a lot of them are in different configurations, like I just said. So here is one of our other optic splitters, like I mentioned. So we do a lot of, let's say for ProPlex, it's a lot of networking, a lot of DMX optic splitters. So as many or as little as outputs as you would want, we have it. So let's say we also have our ProPlex 1616. So the reason why we call it a 1616 is because it's 16 universes bidirectional. Yep. If you don't need, so let's say, well, that's a little bit too much for me. I don't need that many. We have the 88. So you have your 8 outputs. Everything is controlled and monitored with our proprietary software, IQ Manager V2. You could change everything from the protocol that it's being speaking to, and then you could just change the universes per output if you'd like. Let's say if you want all of them to be in universe 1, you could go ahead and change this right from the software itself. Right now they're at universe 2. If you just want all of them to be universe 2, I mean, it was 1, now it's 2, you can change it just as fast as that. When we do everything as far as ProPlex, we always try to make it as easy as possible for customers, right? Yeah. As far as networking, it can get a little complicated at times, and it's like, okay, well, it's not always just plug and play. That's what we're trying to try to do as far as that. So we also have our more famous, I would say, our gigabit switch here, 10 port. Just recently, so before I even talk about the LCD, wow, there's a lot of drinks here. So with the 10 port, we have multiple options as far as what type of ports you want. So if you want your 10 port to just be all Ethernet, you could do that. If you want some fiber in the mix, okay, yeah. You could just have 1 out of the 10 ports to be fiber, or you could have 2 ports as fiber.
And these are entirely customizable.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So they're interchangeable. So if you don't necessarily want them to be placed in the front, you could change them in the back. So let's say by default we use quad connectors for the Neutrik quad connectors for fiber. Yep. If you want duos, we could accommodate that as well. The internals, as far as the fiber, we use multi-mode cable or fiber. If you want single mode, if that's what you guys use for longer reach, we could do that as well. We could accommodate to that.
That's remarkable.
Yeah. So all of the connectors themselves are Neutrik connectors, so they're really built to last, rugged. So for the most part, I mean, I'm a technician there, so anything that comes in as far as like repairs or anything, I'm the guy. So I mean, they test this, pretty much anything that you throw at them. A lot of the times, well, I've never really had a time where I had to change these out. Yeah. So like that in itself, it's like, okay, these connectors are really good. Something really cool about the GBS that we came out with is this little LCD screen here. So you have different presets on there. So right now it's unmanaged. So essentially it's a plug and play type of deal. You could go next. So right now you can change it to a managed setting, DHCP if you would like, and turn that on. But also we have a VLAN setting where you could choose between 3 different settings as far as how many VLANs you want to make. Instead of going into the actual board or the actual system and changing the settings through there, it could get a little complicated, I'm not gonna lie. But with this LCD screen, it literally is a push of a button in order for you to change it. So let's say if you want to create a group of 2 VLANs, you just do that, load, yes, and it'll change it right then and there.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me about these lighting fixtures up here. What's that about?
Yeah, cool. So these are the original Solaris Mozarts. So you could change the pixel mode from anywhere from just 1 pixel to 12 pixels. So you could do, right now they're running off of 12 pixels. You could do a little nice chases just like you're seeing right now. Our newer fixture, or one of our newer fixtures, is the one on the left-hand side is our Mozart LR FLR. So the reason why we call it FLR is because it has the same LEDs that our flares do. So if you're not familiar with our flares, I'm pretty sure most people know or are educated about our flare. I would hope so. Well, these are using the same type of LED. So it's that punch, that power, you'll get off of these, right? You get it off of these. On the right side of these are more of, as far as like the LEDs and the technology of the LEDs, they're a little bit more comparable to these, right? Not to say that they're less powerful. They're exactly the same, but it's more of what you're looking for as far as eye candy.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
what sort of application would these be used in?
So usually they kind of just sit as you see it now. Like you would see an artist just singing, and then it's more of a background thing where it's just, you know, adorning everything around them. And it's more like not to, I mean, you could use them in any way, right? But a lot of the times that a lot of lighting designers use these, they use it more of a like a kind of like, I would say, just to adorn the sides and you know, left sides, or just to have nothing really blank behind the artist. That's what they would use. Same with that. I mean, we've seen so many applications with that. It's more of, you know, what the lighting designer kind of wants. I've seen so many applications.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to just pinpoint, but that's usually what you would use. But yeah, I mean, as far as, again, we our primary thing that we're showing off here is our optic splitters and our nodes and the different configurations, big or small. We have it here.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Daniel, thank you for your time.
Of course.
All right, let's head on to the next one. All right, I'm back here with Edgar from ADJ. Edgar, what do you have for us today?
All right, so we wanted to bring a little bit of everything, including LED video, and as well as some fixtures that you can use, kind of to create that all-in-one kind of for your stage applications, theater, whatever, you name it.
Yep.
So starting over here on my right, this is called our Encore Profile Pro color. So this is an ellipsoidal. You have optional lenses, so whatever degree you're looking for, we make anything from a 14 degree up to a 50 degree.
Got it.
And with this is our color. So it does red, green, blue, amber, cyan, and lime. So all of your warm whites, your cool whites, you'll be able to accomplish all of that, as well as all your CMY color mixing. You know, if you have other pictures that do that, very, very nice, high CRI and flicker free. Just a very solid unit.
Excellent.
So that's our Encore Profile Pro. And one thing to note, this is our color. We also do make a warm white version. So if you just need a warm white, we do that in a 250 watt light source. In lumens, that equates to about 10,000 lumens. So very powerful fixture. Now right over here, this is one of our newest fixtures. I put it right next to this because this is called our Focus Wash 400, but this is using basically the same engine as our ellipsoidal.
Okay.
So you do have a Fresnel lens. It does have zoom, so you can actually, it has automated zoom. You can go from 10 degrees up to 40 degrees. You have the same colors, so red, green, blue, amber, cyan, and lime. And what's really neat about this too, I call it like a CMY mimic channel, where there's a dedicated channel where if you're using a console and you have your CMYs doing their color mixing, this will play along with them, so you have the same colors going on around your venue.
Okay.
And with the zoom, with the colors, again, high CRI and very quiet with the zoom. And with these, we put 3 and 5 pin for DMX, as well as the true one for power locking, so you do get linking. Now, right over here, this I would call our new flagship beam fixture. This is called our VisiBeam 12RX. For many years, we had a 5R, and it did very well. Well, we contacted Osram. We found a nice 12R lamp that's equated at about 260 watts, and now we created our VisiBeam 12RX. Now, what's cool about this, it's a beam fixture that does have focus, so you can focus your gobo just to your liking. And by the way, there's 17 gobos, there's 15 colors. What's really neat about it, it does have frost, and with some of those colors are UV and the CTO, so you get a 3000 Kelvin. So not only are you just having a beam fixture for nightclubs or cool events, but if you're using this also for stage lighting, you get that warm white with the frost, soften the edges, and it could be something to complement your stage lighting. Now with that, since it is a beam fixture, we threw some nice beam effects, including a prism, 2 of them. There's a 6-facet linear prism and a 24-facet circular prism. So it's really got the effects to wow the crowd.
Really running the gambit,
Yeah. Now over here, this is our biggest and baddest. This is our Hydro Wash X19.
Okay.
It's 19 cells by 40 watts. So you're talking close to 15,000 lumens. What's really neat about it, the 19 cells can all be individually programmed. So at its max, you can run it at a 90 channel DMX mode. You do get zoom, so you go from 6 to 40 degrees. So you can get just about every coverage you want out of it. And with this, it's IP65. So this is a fixture you can use outside in the rain, also in the dust storms, whatever. I mean, IP65 gives you protection against all those elements to make sure that you don't damage your fixtures. So this is the bigger brother of our Hydro series, and we wanted to make sure to bring this out. Now, as far as moving heads and our ellipsoidal, right behind me, I have our new Vision series panel. This is our 2.9 millimeter pixel pitch video panel. This is 8 panels that you see behind me, and these panels are 1/2 meter by 1/2 meter, 1000 nit, 4800 refresh rate, so great for camera, live production, live camera use. And these panels are all modular, so you get 4 modules on one panel, so it makes it easy for service. And what's really neat about these too is we made these front serviceable, so at any time when you do integrate these and you have them flushed against the wall, you don't have to worry about accessing the back. You can just use a magnetic tool and get access to those modules and replace if you ever needed to. But with LED, you're looking at about 50,000 hour life with them, and very, very user friendly. They're built for, I think, integration, but what's really neat about them, I don't know if you could zoom in, but right here at the bottom corner, there's a corner protector that's built in. So if you start storing this in your road case, before you go in your case, if you wanted to protect those corners pixels, you could do that with the corner protectors that are already integrated into them. So that's our Vision series. One neat thing to point out too with the rigging bars, those can be used for rigging, but if you notice, right here, you have your lock. So if you wanted to use them for ground support, for ground stacking, you could do that also. So you don't have to buy separate rigging hardware. The rigging bars can be used for that. You just got to figure your ground support for safety. But yeah, our Vision series, we kind of thought it all out, and I think we came out with a solid product.
That's impressive. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, let's go to the next one. And I'm back here with Chuck from Elation Professional. Chuck, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. Yeah, and he's going to show us, kind of some of the stuff they brought.
Yeah, So why don't we just start with the biggest thing?
Yep.
So here,
massive.
yeah, this is part of our RT series. This is the Mondrian. It is a beam profile, we're calling it. It is one of our brightest fixtures at 51,000 lumens. It features our Spectracolor system. So not only is it CMY, it's also RGB, and then it also has a CTO, CTB filter
Excellent.
there as well. So any color is really possible.
Yeah.
And this is why the Artiste line has really been attractive to a lot more of the theatrical and opera houses, things along those lines. It has 2 gobo wheels. You have 13 glass gobos in it, fully rotating. It's full animation wheel. I mean, the thing is feature packed, but it is a space cannon of a fixture, but without being terribly loud, or not loud at all, actually. It's very quiet. Again, these are used in situations like, you know, theater, opera houses, whether they're indoor or outdoor. So for a fixture of this output, this size, it's using a 950 watt hotspot LED engine. It's proprietary to us. It's an incredible fixture.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What about the KL?
Oh, well, the KL panel, this is actually became one of our most popular fixture for obvious reasons during the pandemic time.
Yep.
Broadcasting and webcasting all went up. So this is a soft light. It's a full color spectrum soft light.
Okay.
It uses an RGB WLC. So it's got RGB, red, green, blue, W white. It also has lime and cyan. So you can really get anything. And it's got a CRI of over 95. It's 25,000 lumens, you know, so, you know, if you really need some output, you need to have it up high. It's still going to give you some amazing coverage. You have knobs on the back if you want to run things manually, but of course you have full DMX control, a full OLED display, really easy to navigate menu, because a lot of times too, you have people that aren't necessarily in the entertainment lighting world running these, right? So you can get as simple as you want or as advanced as you want with the KL panel.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a lot of range. You know, every color possible. Anyone can run this. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
All right.
So,
well, Chuck, thank you for showing us.
hey,
us around.
I really appreciate you guys
course.
stopping by. It's really cool, man. This is such a cool event.
Definitely, yeah. It's just being able to see the vendors and just the new stuff coming up in the industry.
It's so good to be out with people.
Yeah, after being locked away for so long.
Right.
For sure.
Well, thanks again, guys.
Thank you. And we're back. I was just here with Chuck. Now I'm here with John from Elation Professional. John, show us what you got here today.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're featuring our Obsidian Control lighting systems. It's a new platform we've been promoting using Onyx platform. So you may have heard of Onyx in the past. This is Onyx, and this particular console is our biggest console that we're offering. So we have little smaller packages, different components to get you started, but this is the full thing right here. The NX4 is a full-featured desk with 10 motorized faders, and you have 12 submasters. Typically, to get submasters, you need to buy that as a separate addition. This is included with the NX4. And this is your traditional programming setup where you could select a fixture. You have your parameters, color, gobos here. Let's just select your gobos. It shows you all your different gobo patterns here. And to record a cue, it's the simple record cue method, and you just recorded your first cue. Very traditional way of programming and simple to get started. But one of the, I don't know if you could zoom in, but one of the new features that we included with this NX4, keep in mind that it's 64 universes of DMX, the most universes that most consoles give you. And people want to know, well, what am I going to do with 64 universes? Well, everybody's using LED pixel mapping, and with LED pixel mapping, you have, let me see here, pixel mapping generating media server type of system. So again, you select a little video file, your LEDs are doing their pixel mapping, and then you just record that as a cue. and you just very easily pixel map the whole different, a whole rig.
That's huge.
Of 64 universes. And so that's what limits people to get LED pixel products. Their consoles don't have enough universes.
Yep.
So you definitely could do
problem.
that with the NX4 and the NX2 Onyx platform.
Awesome. All right, well, John, thank you for showing us around.
No worries, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you,
man.
guys.
All right.
Good seeing you.
To the next one. And I'm back here with Emily from Roscoe. Emily, how's it going?
It's going great. Good to be back out again.
Awesome. Yeah, so show off some of what you guys brought out today.
Yeah, absolutely. So lots of folks know Roscoe as the color company.
Yep.
You've been using our gels for forever.
Yep.
So we're here today showing off our LED line. It's won several awards, Best in Show at NAB and Cinegear, primarily for our color science, because we like to bring something a little bit more unique to the space. If it's going to be a Roscoe fixture, we want to make sure you can get all the colors, right? So, like, what's your favorite Roscoe color, Aaron?
I have no clue. What's your favorite Roscoe color, Tyler? What?
R21. That's a good one. Amber. All right. So Taylor's just given us R21. So many of your viewers have probably gone out there. You have lots of fixtures that can, do gels and things like that. But have you ever noticed how you put gels on like 4 or 5 different fixtures and none of them match to each other?
Yep.
And they don't even match to the gel, right?
Yeah.
So why is that? So that's because everybody, for the most part, is taking like an XY coordinate and they're just slamming it into the software. But it's kind of like a chocolate chip cookie, right? You can have a bunch of different chocolate chip cookies. They're all going to be recognizable at the end as a chocolate chip cookie. But if you got a little bit more sugar in one, a little bit more flour than the other, it's going to be a little bit different. So that's what's kind of cool about the Roscoe lights is we make sure that if you're calling up, R21, it's actually going to be like that, right?
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So we start off with a cool background where we have actually 6 LED chips, 6 of which are phosphor converted.
Okay.
Excuse me, 4 of which are phosphor converted. So that's going to give you a much broader color gamut, which is going to be really important because it's going to be kind of like lighting in RAW. So you're giving the camera the maximum amount of information, and then we do that color science testing so that whether you're on gels or you're on white mode or color hue saturation mode, you're going to be able to get those colors accurately the way you expect them to be and to match with the practicals that you're using on set. So that's kind of the cool color science, but then what's also really cool is that all of the fixtures are made to be really lightweight and modular. So everything's kind of like a Rector set. So this right here, this is our biggest unit, our Maxi Mix, but it still only weighs about 40 pounds.
Wow, okay.
You can actually put this together, you can make giant arrays, you've got multiple hanging points here, you can split that zone control like you just saw us do there, get your effects and things. And what's great is that we've got this really, really easy to understand mode on the back here of control. So right there, you've got everything just the way you want, of course, because it's Roscoe, and we're the only ones who make all the gels in the industry. You've got all the different ones there. Flip on over to color, you've got that. Of course, you can key in, you can do your DMX mode.
Yeah.
We've got a free app that you can download on iOS and Android that then also allows you to mix, and not only that, but save your colors and share.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We were actually just talking about that. Yeah.
Have you used the color picker mode?
I have not. Would you like to give me a demo?
Okay, absolutely. So I'm going to come in here with my free app, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan for the different fixtures that I want to use, and actually I'm going to key into our new fixture here, which is the dash. So this is a really cool pocket light, comes with a magnet, different things like that. I'm going to come in here, control that, and then what I can do, let's say I am on set and I am trying to match with maybe another manufacturer's fixtures. So like we've got a cool video wall over here. I'm going to come in there and I'm going to take a picture of that video wall. And let's say I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to match that on scene. I got some practical. I do there, shoot it over.
Wow.
Fixture matches to it.
That's incredible.
And then if I'm like, great, I like that, cool, I can save it. Maybe I want to change it a little bit. Maybe I want to make it a little bit more saturated. Go, yeah, that's actually a better match there. I can do that. I can save. This can be my Aaron red, right? It's good. He looks like a red type of guy.
Yeah.
And from there, I've got different folders. fixtures. So I can come in here, and so then at any time, I can resend that information. If I'm renting fixtures from a rental company, I don't have to worry about constantly calling that up. It's all right there in the cloud. I can send it to fixtures.
Yeah, that's remarkable, because that doesn't just give you, continuity with your own fixtures. That's any other fixture that may be on show site.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Awesome.
Yeah. Helpful for pickup shots and everything.
Yep. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you for showing us around. That's awesome.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Come check us out at Roscoe.com.
For sure. And I'm back here with Mark from GLP. Mark, how's it going?
It's going great. It's going great.
Awesome.
We're enjoying a great night out here.
Yeah. It's really remarkable to see, all the fixtures out, and now the sun's coming down. We can finally see all the beams and stuff.
It's great. Exactly.
Sure.
Somebody's got a smoke machine going somewhere. It's either that or the hot dogs. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So show off what you guys got.
All right. So we've got a few things here. So first of all, let's have a look at this one, which is our new moving batten. It's called the FR10, and it's an evolution from our X4 Bar 20. We've done a couple of changes. We've increased the wattage of the LED, so it's brighter. We've increased the size of the optic, so it's just got more of a physical presence. And then we've added individual zoom. We can see them moving individually here. So there's individual zoom to each of them. So they run from a 7 to 50 degree zoom range.
That's
we've still got individual pixel control over the colors and the intensity for each one, and then the tilting of the batten as well through 210 degrees. So so that's the FR10 bar. We've got another linear fixture here. This is from our Fusion range, our Fusion by GLP range, which is all outdoor rated. So it's IP65. So this is another linear batten. This uses 16 LEDs. These are RGBW. They're from the same family as this fixture. So if we're cross-matching any of them at all, then they all color match together. So this one's got a motorized zoom as well, from 8 to 40 degrees. Doesn't do it individually, just does it all as one unit. And then we've added a new development here called the halo ring around the front of each lens, and that helps anybody who's using it on television. If you're filming at steep angles, often you can't see linear batten fixtures whether they're on because the LEDs are recessed. So here, having the halo ring allows that to be lit all of the time, so you've always got light at the front lens whenever the LEDs are on. And then we've got another new fixture at the front here called the JDC line, and this is something that's been finished off during the pandemic. So
this is brand new.
This is brand new, absolutely. So this is an evolution from our JDC 1 strobe, which we've got hanging here underneath one of the rain covers. Except we've just taken the linear section in the center. We've made it now a mix of RGB and white LEDs inside. Divided it up into pixels, so there's 20 pixels for each of the sections across the width of the fixture. Individually controllable, of course. They're about 1 inch wide, so it's down to the level where we can pump video content into it and video map it, as well as using it as a strobe and a blinder as well. So they've got DMX in, they've also got Ethernet in, a fail-safe Ethernet for streaming ACN and an ArtNet as well. So that's the new JDC line. We've got one of our white panel fixtures at the back here, the MBL. This is also from the Fusion line. So again, IP65 rated, so for outdoor use, convection cooled, variable color temperature control basically, either run through DMX or through some manual control knobs on the back of it. So nice and easy, just plug it in, turn to the settings, and off you go.
Awesome.
So
sweet.
It's great.
All right, well, Mark, thank you for showing us around.
That's a pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
It's been German Lighting Products. And we're back. I'm here with George from Clay Packing to show off some of their new lighting fixtures. George, take it away.
Hi, folks. Really happy to be here at the Kinetic Open House. It's great to actually be out doing events again and seeing our customers. It's awesome. After all this time with COVID, we're happy to be back. One of the things Clay Packing spent a lot of time doing during this break was engineering products. We've got a whole lot of new products to show folks, a lot of LED products. In fact, everything we're going to talk about today is LED. Parlet Aqua, IP unit, nice wash fixture, 7 LED engines, incredible zoom range, and then its bigger brother. This is a fixture called the KI K10 HCR. This is a multicolor engine that gives you the highest amount of CRI. Really nice for great color consistency and color control. We move on to a fixture we call Rolla Profile MP. Very small fixture, incredibly high-powered white engine, great zoom range in this fixture, and obviously a really small package. Shutter control, gobo control, colors, frost, everything you'd expect from a larger fixture, but obviously in a nice small package. come down here to a fixture called the Mini B. Again, this is an LED wash, 1940 watt engines, designed to just give you great color control, great intensity, and a great zoom range out of the fixture as well. Last fixture we have here today is the Arola Profile HP. I'm sorry, excuse me. The last fixture we have today is the Arola Profile HP. This is a high power 1200 watt white engine LED fixture, obviously designed to give you the most output possible. Really incredible brightness, and just great to kind of start replacing those arc fixtures that the industry's been using so long.
Yeah.
1200 watt engine, right now the biggest white LED engine in the industry. So full range of products from Clay Packy. Hopefully we'll have a chance to see you all in person soon. Thanks for listening. Take care.
All right, I'm back with Thomas from Shelvey Professional to show off the brand new Maverick Force line and the new board here. So yeah, take it away, Thomas.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Yeah, so these are the brand new Maverick Force, and we come at it with a force. So these are small, compact fixtures that give you super crisp feature sets at outputs, phenomenal outputs. So we have the Force S Spot and Profile, and those give you 15,000 lumens at roughly about 350 watts of LED. So a lot of output in a small compact package. They sit roughly about 2 feet tall, and they're super compact and powerful. With the Force 1 Spot and the Maverick Force 2 Profile, it's more of the same, just more horsepower behind that LED. So you get more feature set in a medium package where you can achieve outputs of 21,000 lumens. So a lot of package. You're able to have, you have 2 gobos, 1 static, 1 rotating. On the Profile, you have shutters and 2 gobo wheels. Both are rotating. You have animation when it comes to the Spot. So feature packs really depends on the range of how your ceiling heights are and your trim heights are, because you're able to outfit any space with these fixtures.
Awesome, yeah, and then talk about the board really quick. This is brand new.
So this is the brand new Camsys MQ500. So this uses our Magic Q software, which has been in the line forever now. We're constantly upgrading the software.
Yep.
And what's kind of great about the Camsys software is that you can download it for free, camsyslighting.com, and you can play around with it, and then once you actually get a hardware, you can play with it. Any size hardware, you can merge that same show file throughout all of our shows.
That's fantastic.
So you can take a show file from our flagship console and bring it down into a Wing or one of our Connect consoles in that way. So this is our flagship console. It's the MQ500M, and the MQ500M introduces motorized faders. So we're able to then be able to have completely motorized faders, backlit consoles, so you have a whole timeline. You can do 200 universes of DMX.
Sweet.
So any size show this console can do.
That's
it also has a wing that goes next to it as well, the 500, which adds a third touchscreen. What's really great about this console is the ability to be able to do a full visualizer on board. So you have a visualizer in the console.
It's impressive.
That you can touch up your show when it's during the day and you can't see the lights, and you can touch it up during it with the console without having to plug in a laptop to do it off of. So we're extremely happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. All right, and I'm back here with Patrick from Ari. Patrick, what do you guys got here today?
Well, first of all, we're really happy to be here with Kinetic, and it's a great people, great company. So we're here representing a couple of our LED fixtures. The Sky Panel is a very iconic fixture. You're going to see it a lot of places. It's used very heavily. We've got over 60,000. It's probably even maybe closer to 80,000 of the S60s out there in the field right now. We'll also talk about our new fixture, which is the Orbiter. But the Sky Panel itself, it's an LED soft light fixture. We've got 4 different types. We've got an S30, an S60, an S120, and an S360. And these numbers are based on light engines, okay? So each light engine is like 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, right? Okay. So we've got 2 in the S60. The S30 has 1, that's the name 30. 60 has 2, the S120 has 4, and the S360 has 12. Okay, so that's just kind of a basis of how it works. Sky Panel has a 4-color light engine: red, green, blue, and white. And so these are calibrated to mix many different colors, pretty much any different color you want. We have different operational modes. They can be controlled locally at the fixture itself. If you're not using a console, you can access any of the modes that you want. CCT, we have HSI control if you like working in hue saturation, red, green, blue, white if you want to control the separate colors. We've got XY, which means you can match any color. If you've got a spectrometer that reads XY, you can take a reading of any light source or matching any other fixture. You take those XY coordinates and you actually dial them into the fixture. We've got 319 gels built into the fixture as well, large effects package, and it can be controlled locally or through a console as well. We've got all different profiles. We've created a bunch of new profiles for different consoles: ETC, MA, and the new GDTF. Let's see, what else? Again, we've talked about the fact that these are also IP based, okay? Each of these fixtures can be controlled via Ethernet cable as well. So you can either control it by looking up a web portal. Each fixture can generate its own web portal, so you can control it from a laptop. If you're controlling it through Ethernet, it has both ArtNet and SACN capability. And one thing that's really handy about this is it also becomes a node. So you can actually feed Ethernet into the fixture, and it will output a universe of DMX over 5-pin XLR. Wow. So that's a really easy way to build out your system. Okay. Different things about this. We've worked a lot on like firmware updates, where you can have separate light engine control, and several different modes available in the fixture. And one thing we're really pushing now, especially with the light engines, there's a lot of mixed reality stuff being done with Unreal Engine and LED volumes, where you're actually taking a lot of information like a backplate that's going to be feeding in video or things like that, and you're able to actually feed that in, pixel mapping it into the fixture, right? Wow, so you can actually, it will react to whatever the video is, whatever the source is. Yeah. So it's really important, in mixed reality stuff, if you've got a backplate and things that are happening, where you've got actual real light reacting to it as well.
Especially with everything moving that direction.
Right. Yeah. And one thing that's really key about that, with LEDs, they're working in different color temperatures and things like that. We have a calibrated color mode here, where you can actually set your white point, whatever your color is mixing to. Say your camera is set at 4200 or 5600. You can actually set your white point to that, and you're mixing your colors to build to that white. Yeah. So what you're seeing is what you're going to get on camera. And that's really big in certain situations if you're in like a live event that's got IMAG and cameras like that. So you've got like a screen in the background, and you've got the person on the stage, and sometimes you get that shot where you're seeing the person and you're seeing the IMAG behind them, and they look like totally different colors. If you set the calibration to whatever your camera is set at, it's going to look exactly the same. Yeah. So it's really a nice fixture as well, in that sense.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us about the Orbiter?
The Orbiter is actually our newest fixture. It was just introduced a little over a year ago. Yep. And it has a new spectral light engine. lighting, and that's the name. Okay, instead of being an RGBW source, this has got 6 colors. It's red, green, blue, amber, cyan, and lime.
Yep.
So what this does is it gives you a broader color spectrum and a little bit and a like higher CRI, better color rendition.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's using those 6 colors gives you a broader spectrum to build the color that you're working for. Okay, so it's the same kind of concept where you've got like the CRI, and this is like upwards of like 98, which is really great for color rendition. So it's really it's high tech, right? And they're building a lot of future technology into the fixture. Okay, we're doing a lot of things with metadata. So the fixture itself will be able to feed back information and be recorded along with camera media. It's positional data. What's attached to it? What color it is? All of that information can be stored. So that's going to be really handy if you're working in special effects. Okay, if you've got a scene going on and the guy's saying, it's like, oh, there's a light source coming over here.
Yeah.
It's an orbiter. What is that? I want to recreate that over here. You can get all that information and recreate a virtual light somewhere. Okay. And another thing that's really handy is like if you have to do a reshoot, you can say, oh my God, where was this light? What was the color? All that information can be stored.
Wow.
Its position, its pan, its tilt, its what's attached to it. All that information can be stored. So they're really moving, really moving forward with this light.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, Patrick, thank you so much. And that was the Kinetic Thursday Night Lights Vendor Showcase. I've been Aaron Quevedo. Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on post notifications, and yeah, it's been fun. We'll catch you on the next one.